Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm in Super Mario Wonder, as you can see. Now, if you were an original fan of my old channel, GamerCat, you would have seen this video before, but don't leave, because it is different. It is completely different, as today I'm ranking all 10 levels in the special world of Super Mario Wonder. Now, if you don't know, the special world is the hardest world of the whole game. Now, obviously, there's 7 worlds, the 8th being the special world, with all of which having a level which represents its world, with there being a Pipe Rock Plateau special, I can't speak, Fluff Puff Peak specials, Shining Falls, Sunbaked Desert, Fungi Mine, Steam Magma Bog, Petal Isles, and then the semi-final, final test. All of which we are going to be ranking from easiest to hardest today. Now, if you do not agree with my ranking, that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't expect you to. And a lot of these, I did have to move around on the list quite a lot. It is very jumbled up in the middle. But without further ado, let's get set off with number 10. Number 10, the Pipe Rock Plateau Special, Bounce, Bounce, Bounce. Now, for this one, I like to use the Boosting Spin Jump badge. Why? Oh, I can't see my camera's being inverted. Let's get the elephant power up, why not? I'm getting so distracted, we've only just started. But why? Because what you need to do is hit the Wonder Flower and a giant Hoppo comes flying in. And you're supposed to platform off the Hoppo, whilst avoiding the spikes, but with the Boosting Spin Jump badge, you can pretty much just skip most of this level. Now, most of it is just a breeze. Apart from this bit right at the end here, where the Boosting Spin Jump badge can't help you out that much. But as you just saw then, in that, 20 seconds, that is the whole level, and I beat it on my very first try. Even getting the top of the flagpole for a bonus point isn't too hard. Now, that was really easy. I did that first try, and that's why it's last on this list. Most of these levels take 1, 2, or even, a lot more tries for me, and this one just wasn't that hard. Now, another thing to say for this ranking is I'm going to be giving each level a score out of 10 on difficulty-wise. And for the Pipe Rock Plateau Special, Bounce, 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 for me, it's only getting a 1 out of 10. Because the Boosting Spin Jump badge is only a bronze badge, or an action badge, sorry. One of the ones that you get fairly early on in the game. If it was something like one of the Expert badges or Boost badges, maybe I would have included it, but the Boosting Spin Jump badge is one that you are going to have later on in the game, and even platforming off the Hoppos isn't that hard. Anyway, moving on to number 9. For number 9, I recommend changing to the Parachute badge as you enter World 2 special level, Fluff Puff Peaks special, Climb to the Beat. I cannot say Fluff Puff Peaks. What you want to do here is, as normal, grab the Wonder Flower, and as you can see, there's a 50-second timer on the screen. Jump with the rhythm, with the blocks, to progress. Now, as you can see, the blocks are quite big at the moment, but later on they get to 1x1s whilst wall jumping. Now, something that's quite annoying with this level is you can very easily go ahead of time, as you saw me do there. That's why I like to use the Parachute badge to glide a little bit in air. Now, as you can see there, I just showed you to try to see what happens when you go too fast. I just realised I've got 69 coins. I just thought that's pretty neat. If you're getting the 10 coins, you're going to have to be super fast in this level, as this level is already all about timing, but with the 10 coins, you've got to perform extra jumps and plan your movements. One mess up, and you're into the purple poison of death. And when I said it like that. Especially with those 10 coins, it puts you quite far behind the rhythm, and you've got to really make the time up on these wall jumps. Obviously, that time I wasn't able to do it, but I was near the end of the level. And that's why it is only at number 9. If you get all 10 coins on your first or second try, you're basically almost guaranteed to get it on your next. The reason why it's above Pipe Rock Plateau, however, is it does provide a challenge in grabbing those 10 coins, and it isn't a guaranteed first try. But it's still fairly easy and you only die maybe 1 or 2 times if you slip up. This is why I'm only giving this level a 3. Now, another thing is, other levels like this, like for example, a World 1 level would be a 1 difficulty, of course, but that's nowhere near the Piper Plateau level. I'm just ranking these based off of the special world and what I would expect for a 5-star difficulty, as this level says. Now, it's quite hard to get the difficulty out of 10 right, because some levels coming up are really, really hard. That's why this is only a 3. Now, in my old ranking, this level was a number 3, but the semi-final test Piranha Plant Reprise comes in at number 8. Now, the reason for this is, the last time I played this level, when I was trying to 100% the game, I beat it after only 2 tries. Now, that did surprise me, but I have to put it down here just for that. The auto-scroll does make it hard, and with the piranha plants jumping out at you from absolutely nowhere makes it annoying. Also, to get the 10 coins, you've got to hit, or to get the first 2 anyway, you've got to hit all of these question mark blocks for them to eventually spawn in at the end, which can be annoying. Sometimes you've got to plan your moves with wall jumps or bounces, whilst bullet bills, piranha plants and fireballs come flying at you, along with these tiki-looking enemies. See? I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to show you the 10 coin. Oh, he jumped with me. Yeah, sometimes that can happen too. The piranha plants jump with you. That caught me off guard though. I was too focused on getting the 10 coin. But that's what happens. If you're slightly behind the rhythm and panicking about getting these 10 coins, it does mean that you're in for a threat. Later on in the level, you are chased by a herd of piranha plants while slow walking piranha plants are in front of you. You've got to platform over them whilst a really fast auto-scroller and multiple bullet bills are flying in on the screen, making this level even harder. That's just after you are platforming while spikes hurl spike balls right at your face. This level throws a lot at you, but it's only at number 8. You're probably thinking, why is that? Now, this level is also one of the longer ones, which is another case why you might be surprised. But it's just because I beat this level on my 2nd try, and previously I've beaten it quite quickly before. Now, on paper this looks like an incredibly hard level with all the enemies and challenges and obstacles that this level puts in your way, and if you're going for the 10 coins it can be. However, it only took me 2 attempts whilst getting the 10 coins. That's why I have to put it low down. Now, another thing that I like about this level though, not paying homage to the difficulty, is that it is almost like, I don't know how to say it, but it's almost like it's in recognition of only the 2nd level in the game, where the first wonder or 2nd wonder effect in the game places you with singing piranha plants, which I quite like. I find that quite neat. And there you go, I've beaten it again on just my 2nd try. That is the whole level for you. And that is why I have to put it at 8. Now, enough of me yapping, because I feel like I've just talked a lot just then. And we get the top of the level. We are going to move on to number 7. Coming up next at number 7 is Deep Magma Bog Special Solar Roller. Now, I absolutely love this level. I think it's amazing. I like how you turn into like almost like a bowling spike ball. It's really cool. However, these bouncy platforms make things difficult. This level on paper seems really fun, and it is. I love how Toad looks really goofy. You've got to roll on these platforms that disappear and make some hard jumps over giant lava balls that look like the sun. I don't know. But you've got to be quick, as these platforms disappear. One mistake like that from the bouncy triangle puts you into the lava. Now, this level can be quite difficult because it's just so unpredictable with those bouncy little triangle things. Now, the level itself can also be difficult because of the blocks and its platforming, including its jumps, as these are really tight. But for a World 6 special level, I would expect a lot more. Yes, the platforming, having to hold your jumps back and do certain manoeuvres, can be quite difficult, and it did take me quite a few attempts to beat, which is why I'm giving this level a 6 out of 10. But because of the spiky bowling ball, it's not too hard. Now, I have been so conflicted with this level. Shining Falls Special Triple Threat Deluge. Now, sometimes this level can take me, well, the first time I played it took me around 30 tries. But then the very next time it took me 1 and I first tried it. However, then again, I played it not that long ago and it took me around 10 tries. This level is so unpredictable. It's all about the luck of the spike balls coming in from this 3-headed Lakitu cloud. Now I need to be careful, I'm actually messing up. I'm too busy looking at the Lakitus in the background and I'm not actually focusing on what I'm doing. But you take the Wonder Flower and you go onto this like 2D wall thing. It's really weird. But you've got to get the spike balls to clear your path as these blocks do not move for you. Getting the 10 coins, it's just really about holding yourself off and lasting a bit longer. As you can see, it's coming bouncing down. Why? Just why? I ran straight into that spike ball. And another thing that makes this level harder from the others is that badges don't play into effect in the Wonder effect, because you go into like that wall form thing and you're going from a top-down view. This means you cannot use your badges, which I think makes things really interesting. But the problem with this level is I just can't take away the fact that I beat it first try. It's really short, and really if you don't do what I'm really good at doing and running into the path of the spike balls, you're good. You then get to this section with lava thingies. I just ran into it because I was panicked. But that's it. That's literally it. There's no point me showing you any more of the level because that is it. Maybe 1 or 2 more walls, but it's the fact that it's really short. It makes it pretty easy, but then again, the unpredictability of the spike balls puts it at number 6. Anyway, moving on to number 5. Number 5 is Sunbaked Desert Special Pole Block Allure. This level, talk about unpredictable, I hate it. So, in World 4, there's a big focus on blooms. Basically, giant balloon creatures that fly at you. And these pole blocks. Gosh, I hate them. For a limited time, these pole blocks stretch out in the direction that they face. And you can climb them, all sorts, they're amazing. Then, to get the Wonder Seed, you've got to parkour off a bloomp to hit another bloomp and then land on one of these pole blocks. Trust me, when I was new to that game, or new to this game, that start section caused me a lot of trouble. Also, you've got to be fairly quick to get that 10 coin, that just came flying past. Like, you've got to be quick in this level. Then you've got these blocks which come up and down real quick whilst bloomps fly. The amount of times that I've accidentally ground pounded there and did it again then. And then a bloomp could very easily push you off. This level is fairly short once more, but the amount of pain this caused me on the very first time I played Super Mario Wonder means that I have to put it at number 5. I hate this level. I've died just trying to get the Wonder effects. Unlike the other levels, this one doesn't just give you it. You've actually got to do a bit of platforming to get to the Wonder Flower. And I think that's pretty cool. But I just can't say the same about the design. What doesn't help is that I don't like the level anyway, having to tediously grab onto these poles and blumps. And I don't like the level design, which doesn't help, because it makes me get more mistakes. Unlike with the one with the spiky ball, which I loved and didn't make it feel too tedious and made me mess up, this level, I do feel like that. Oh my god, there's no more poles. I don't know what I'm doing! I haven't played this level in ages. Oh, there's flipping mummies now. This level just chucks everything at you from World 4. I couldn't even see that mum. Like, it's just basically blumps, pole blocks, mummies. There's Armads in there. There's clouds. There's everything from Sunbaked Desert just piled into one compact level, ready to annoy me. And that's why it's at number 5. Anyway, moving on to number 4. At number 4 is the Fungi Mines Special Dangerous Donut Ride. Now, this is not the donuts that you're thinking of, like the ones that I think of. It's these donut blocks, as you can see. It's kill that guy. Now, this basically is just a level where it goes down. You go right on donut blocks, avoid spikes, avoid these guys. And at the start, it's pretty simple. Then these lightning guys come into play and make things annoying. You can miss them out, but it's just, level can be a little bit annoying. Now, I'm actually doing a lot better in this level than I normally do. It's not seeming as hard as it did before. I didn't play it before I made this list. I'm just basing it off of my memory from the very first time I played it. Oh yes, I remember. This is why. Now with the parachute cap, you can skip most of that, which I like. That's why I'd recommend a parachute cap for this level. That's not even a wonder effect. You're skydiving, and poison tries to sneak up on you, and so do enemies, and then these poison walls come in from the side. Now, I have died quite a lot getting to this Wonder Seed and Wonder Flower, and during the Wonder Flower. Just the amount of times that enemies have just fallen onto my head like that, or a poison thing has just been like right beneath me, is insane. Now, oh, that was close. I mean, I didn't even know it was there. That's what I don't like about this level. Now, I actually played that quite well. I don't know if I'm just remembering the level wrong, but that seemed a lot easier than it did before, and I'd probably not put it at number 4. I'm probably number 6, but hey ho, that's my ranking, and I don't like that level because it's so unpredictable. Now, guess what? We are moving into the top 3 levels now. And at number 3 is... Now this is the level that probably took me the longest. And number 3, Petal Isle Special Way of the Goomba. This level took me so long to complete. I think I spent over an hour trying to do this for my sanity. You turn into a Goomba, yeah? Now you're thinking, this is great, this is really cool. Then you find out his jump. I'm jumping right now. Then you find out the speed of his run. And you're thinking, maybe this isn't such a fun level. You've literally got to wait for enemies to do everything. Like, I died there because the Goomba is so slow. Now, again, I hate this level. I'm not going to lie. It is tedious, it is painful, and it is extremely hard. Now, I've been forgetting to do my ratings of late. Now, this level is a 9 out of 10. I can't even get past the starting section. Now, it adds on bubbles that you have to parkour off of. You're a flipping Goomba, but then there's a really low ceiling and you've got to get under it while still parkouring off of bubbles. But before that, you've got to parkour with donut blocks and moving platforms which go up and down, and you're supposed to jump from one another. My jump is literally doo-doo. This game thought it was a great idea to integrate a Goomba into one of the Wonder Forms, and yeah, everyone will be thinking, oh my god, this little innocent guy's actually finally getting a role. And this is what they do with the Petal Isle special level. I hate it. You'll find that out in another ranking, like worst to best or something, but it's hard, it's difficult. I can't even get past the first screen. That's when you know it's hard. Now, at number 2 is getting a 10 out of 10 ranking, the final test, Wonder Gauntlet. Now, I actually thought this was the hardest level in the game in my last ranking. That's because I didn't realise another level, which is at number 1. Okay, so we got the bubble. Now, this basically just chucks a lot of wonder effects in the same level. First of all, from World 1-1, or level 1-1. Moving pipes, but then these guys come to say hello, and then that guy comes to say hi, and you try and jump over it, and you get bubbled into points. Can you tell I'm losing my sanity already? I hate this level. I don't hate it. This level's hard. It chucks the moving pipes. It chucks the ones from Jewel Block Cave when this giant block that can break jewel blocks comes flying at you. You've got the birds that are shooting out multicolored bubbles. You've got the slowing down effect. You've got the speeding up effect. I'm going to try and get to the end to try and show you what I mean. I missed my jump. I didn't jump. There's a lot is what I'm trying to say. There's piranha plants jumping at you. There's Bylon Mario, the one where he stretches out and becomes really tall. There's the one with the Hoppy Cats jumping at you. There's the one where it's in night mode and everything's dark. There's the one when chomping things are coming at you. Oh, did I mention the bit where you're on a ship that can shoot cannonballs to progress through walls? Did I mention the part when you're literally riding off the dragon's back? Did I mention the part where... Oh gosh, what else? There's a lot is what I'm trying to say. But... And that gets a 10 out of 10 rating. I mean, again, I can't get past the first bit. I did beat it though, I have beaten it. I'd just like to say this is 100% so far. The only thing I haven't bought is all the standees. That's why I feel like that. Oh gosh, but number 1. Gosh. Getting an 11 out of 10 rating. The final test. Badge Marathon. This uses all your skills of badges to the test. If you die, you've got to start again from the beginning of a section. At the beginning of a section, you're probably thinking, oh my god, that's great. It's just like a badge level. No, the beginning of the section is after you've beaten 3 or 4 badges in a row. Now, for me, the parachute cap is one of the hardest bits, and this is the one that we're on right now. The very first section took me ages to complete because of these like shuriken stars, whatever these things are called. I hate them. They're annoying. But then you've also got to get these little flower thingies so the poison moves down. Unless, otherwise, sorry, you die. Once you've beat this section, guess what? Is it a checkpoint? Oh no, you're straight into the next part. The floating high jump. Where you... do I have enough? Did I have enough? Oh, I died. Yeah, after the floating high jump, I'm trying to think of what else there is. There's invisibility at the end. There's the spring one. There's the piranha grab thing. Let me go on to badges and show you. Hold on. Because otherwise I'm going to get a game over. I don't want a game over. Like, come on. Game over for the fans? No, we don't want a game over for the fans. So, out of all of these, you do parachute cap, you do floating high jump, then you do wall climb jump, you do crouching high jump, you do grappling vine, you do dolphin kick, you do boosting spin jump, you do spring feet, you do invisibility, you do jet run. I mean, yeah. So you have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 badges consecutively, and they are very, very hard. Just trust me on it. Now, I'm sorry if I didn't show you all of the game, all of certain levels. They're hard, okay? Trust me. It took me a while to beat them all. But I do still hope you've really enjoyed this video. And if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Our goal is 10 subscribers by the end of April, obviously. My birthday at the end of April, so, well, not obviously, but it'll be amazing, nice birthday treat to get to 10 subscribers. Guess what? Make a video. Maybe. Well, anyway. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next.